Well, let's cross over to Paris, where we can speak to our international correspondent, Annelise Borges. Annelise, we're waiting for Macron to make that announcement, but what could we expect to hear?
Hi there, Ollie. Well, everything seems to indicate Emmanuel Macron will go for that 4-week national lockdown starting tonight. That lockdown is reportedly going to be slightly different from the one we experienced here back in the spring. Emmanuel Macron, according to sources close to the government, plans to allow for schools, primary schools and nurseries to remain open, as well as certain public services that will continue to be operating. Construction workers might be allowed to stay on the job, but all other non-essential businesses will have to shut for a total of a month, Oliver. It's important to note that a total lockdown was a measure the French administration of Emmanuel Macron had tried to avoid at all costs. The French president himself gave an interview in the summer saying that it was out of the question that he would bring the economy to a halt once again. But of course, in view of the steep spike in the number of new coronavirus infections in recent weeks, we saw 52,000 new cases registered in the space of 24 hours over last week. It was obvious that new measures were going to come. Jean Castex, the French Prime Minister, was adamant about it. He warned the French public that they needed to be cautious, that new and harsher measures were likely to have to be brought forward if hospitals were struggling. And that is precisely the case. We saw in certain regions of France, patients are already being transferred because hospitals are starting to get overwhelmed. The French administration is, of course, under a lot of pressure from members of the opposition, but also from business owners here in this country. The economy took a major hit, but the message from Emmanuel Macron and all his ministers has been one and a single message throughout this crisis. Their priority is to save lives. They will worry about the economy later, and they are hoping for a strong recovery in 2021. Ollie.
Annelise Borges joining us there from the French capital. Thank you very much.